Yo, how are we doing, everybody? So today I'm doing a guide on the boss fight versus Zeus. So you can find this guy just to the north of Holograd. And the thing with this boss, it is a quest boss. It is completely optional. You do not need to do it. To pick up the quest, you actually find that just outside of Rheimdall. So very easy to pick up if you want to go ahead and do that. Right here, I'm showing off the loadouts that I will be using, but you don't have to use the same loadout as me. You can use all sorts of different strategies, using different equipment, different classes. The only one that I would personally suggest not to use is the Vanguard, as Zeus does counter heroic abilities, so using Vanguard is probably a bad idea. But yeah, moving on to the fight itself, personally I will be using a white mage that is subbing Spirit Master, and I'll be using 3 Sword Masters. 2 of my Sword Masters actually have it all the way maxed out, whereas one of my Sword Masters doesn't really. I just have him being Sword Master just cause anyways, because again, the strategy that I'm using here is not all that important. But yeah, I'm going to be using Amp Strike. I'm actually subbing Berserker, and Amp Strike is the most powerful ability I have, whereas on Elvis I have Gambler there, because I don't have Swordmaster leveled up and I'm just messing around. But yeah, starting off here, as you can see, the boss does deal a little bit of decent damage here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of the White Mage's second specialty that allows me to use certain attacks, like I believe it says healing attacks, but yeah, basically I can use re-raise and I can use regen on everyone in the party simultaneously, which is super duper useful, as the regular Spirit Master can only apply that to one person at a time. The Judgment Bolt here, this is definitely very damaging. It's going to hit everybody. Obviously you can have elemental resistance if you are specifically worried about this fight. You could equip the Typhoon Shield. That would definitely make things a bit easier for you. For me personally, I am high enough level. I think my characters are around level 56, which I believe you could probably do this boss like at 42. So yeah, I don't need to worry too much specifically about the resistances here. But here's a strat that I'm using that I think anyone can use for basically any of the bosses in the game. Regardless of what your class is, as long as you just use your class abilities, I think it's like 12 times or whatever, you unlock your specialty, and you can have these special attacks unlocked before you go into the boss fight, and then once you go in, you can just do them all back to back to back. And the status buffs that you get, they stack, right? So using the White Mage special there, we're getting the physical and magical defense buffs, while through using the Swordmaster special, we're able to get the extra crit chance and the extra speed. So, you know, we're able to just really go in without having to worry about anything. Do note, using Amp Strike, that ability does use up a lot of MP, which is why I'm able to use Devotion there, or why I'm using Devotion, so that I can give Adele that MP back. So she can just spam the Amp Strikes and it doesn't really matter too much, because yeah, 120 MP is a pretty big cost, even when you are like level 56 like I am. But yeah, Flash the Cash I'm using because I actually do have the higher Gambler ability, but I find the damage difference between the lower level Gambler ability and the higher level one is very small, despite the cost being much higher. So I just go ahead and do the lower damage, because I'm not trying to throw all of my money away. Now, Holy, that is a very damaging attack, as you can see. Single target. Again, if you have like light resistance, you won't have to take so much damage, so that is something that you could like equip a light talisman, and that would definitely help out. But yeah, if you have a Spirit Master, you can just have re-raise on everyone, and then you don't really have to worry if the boss decides to use Holy. It's really not that big a deal. If he knocks out one of your guys, they just immediately come back to life, and the boss is basically wasting his turn. But Divine Judgment, that's an ability the boss starts to use when he gets at low health, and as you can see, it does a lot more damage than Judgment Bolt and hits everyone. So that one's more problematic, and another reason why I highly suggest just having re-raise on everyone, or again having the Typhoon Shield so that you have the lightning resistance, so you don't have to worry about taking so much damage there. Yeah, for me it's just easier to have the re-raises, so that's what I'm doing here. Again, the boss is trying to defend itself with default, but with the Berserker ability Pierce Default, you will still be able to deal max damage even when the boss is defaulting. So that is not something that I need to worry about. Adele, again, running that MP, so I will just use Devotion there. And yeah, she will be able to destroy the boss with another Amp Strike. So that is going to be this guide versus Zeus. So if you found that useful, please let me know in the comments down below. If you used a different strategy, also let me know. I'm very curious to see how other people are playing this game. But yeah, that is going to be me for today. I will be doing another video very soon, so make sure to subscribe if you are curious to see what will be next. Peace.